Alright, for those of you who might be interested, here's my sweaty base for this wipe. Got three windmills. I know they're not the right height, but they're running small circuits, so no need for me to go and optimize anything, and I'm too lazy to rewire, so I just create new circuits. In here, garage door, 4 module with savings, with storage compartments. I had a single bike. I may or may not have driven that into a river, but yeah, ended up with the cart. There's all my supplies for repairing and refueling the vehicle. I've got a battery with a generator or switch. Potentially overkill, could have been just a root combiner, but I had the OR switch and so I used it. Alright, let me take you back outside. Alright, so coming in here, little computer room. So I've got my CCTV, and at the top I also have the movable camera in there. They all come through in here. Main entrance, new rust skin. I left this as an iron door so I can look outside, not that anyone camps as on the server. To the left side over here, a little bit scuffed. Yeah, it didn't quite go to plan, and it was too late to delete the foundation. I built that early, but it's still an airlock. That's okay. In here, I've got my refinery. This is a kit room, fully decked out. Yeah, I've got plenty of components to build better stuff, but I'm just not in the mood to go and craft it. I've got some ammo shit in here I can use. These, I don't really know why they're there. Next time I won't bother with that, but I've got a little flank room coming out over here. The idea was actually for this to be a corridor, so instead of a compound wall, I'll have a corridor that can run around. I scuffed it up. Here's a little left flank with some refill kits in there. Again, same problem with the gap over there because of the foundations. I kind of free-handed it. I didn't plan it beforehand. Probably should have. Didn't. All right. Yeah, and so this is just actually very annoying. I actually only use it to get to the refinery. Right. Obviously, that door over there leads to the front, whereas this one sort of leads into my little airlock. Over here, again, same problem, just with the foundations. This was meant to be closed, and then by the time I got so annoyed, I just stopped building it. On this side, it was, like I said, it was meant to be a corridor compound all around. This goes through to the garage, and scuffed wiring over there. Alright, main entrance to the base. Through here, got some kits and locker. Very much an open core, obviously not designed for efficiency or max raid cost or anything like that, just nice and functional. So got some components, just random stuff that I saved over there, some of my tools, sort of everything that I kind of make clothing with. Components, this was full. I recycled it all to max out my tech tree for the wipe. Coming in here, I've got some stone, some metal. This was my sulfur. That's all used up right now, and here's just sort of wood. Yeah, I'm not very organized. Coming through here, I've got a little repair bench, some food. Switches off. Running that to get. I've got my fridge up and running. It's nice and full. Through here, automated. furnaces in there with a little, this is my initial battery over here, so this basically switch off the furnaces. I had some trouble problem in the beginning where I'd run out of power at night, and so I could switch it off if I don't need it. This over here is the lights to the compound. That over there is just a Tesla coil that goes into my core. Right over here, med case, workbench. This is the core. Yeah, I've got some ammo in there. This is my refill for my my TC. Pretty hectic, I guess. Not the most efficient base, but that's not the purpose on this server. There's just some random guns that I've acquired throughout the wipe. This used to be all of my GP and my scrap in there. This is all my fuel. I've got a few of those. Made use of the stone quarry quite a bit this wipe. Right, this side, this is just, oh yeah, I've shown you this. This is my resources, there's my components. Going through here to jump up. Yeah, this is a weird layout. I made it in a way so that it doesn't mimic, it runs cross from each other, and it confused me. There's just enough materials to craft some more med kits. There's all the doors that I kind of saved there eventually. This is scuffed. I won't build it like this again, but it helped, it worked. It wasn't great, just got some extra storage. I like splitting my storage. In here, ooh, these are done crafting. I'm just crafting everything that I have right now with what happened today. Take those HVs out there. Yeah, these are empty now, but I mean, they used to have stuff in there. Here, just sort of another storage area with some sulfur and stuff like that. Like I said, this is just how it turned out because I free-handed it. I didn't quite like it. There's some more med kits in there. This is the farm. I've got some half-decent clones. I don't really know how it works, but I mean, I managed to get rather decent clones. In here, just my sort of clones that I saved up the whole time, and seeds. Compost, I actually have quite a bit of compost. I made a point of using that. This is just weird source. This is my water supply. Water supply obviously goes to the top. Sprays out here, keeps everything nice and wet. And this is my 2 bedrooms. These are kitted out and fully armored. There's just my kits, got some nice AK skins, twitch drops, and then here I've kind of split my valuable loot into sort of my bedrooms. This one is just sort of a mirror image. There's some nice AK skins again, got all the twitch drops. You'll see there's some GP, launcher, bolty, yeah, so bang. Then I've got a pretty scuffed jump up over here. Another battery. The battery is predominantly there for the top turrets. Over here I've got one sitting over there, I've got another one sitting at the bottom over there. There's my water catchment. That was my early game catchment. They're not connected right now. Here's my windmills with my spotlights. So it's full. Except, all right. I disconnected that. I don't use it. I've got some bees in here and they're grade 3. Yeah, that'll do just fine. So little shooting floor. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, that was the top in any case, right? A little chicken scoop here. These folks aren't too happy. Oh fuck. Right. And the horseshoe already on. Okay. So over here, these were just a bit later editions. Just I don't like using them. I've got the automated furnaces, but obviously these I just use to get charcoal actually. Got some fish traps over here, plenty of food. Later upgrade to the water pump going through to the water filter system, and that is what feeds the farm up at the top. Got some coverage there with the turret, another turret over there. Down here is just a little boathouse. I guess nothing too impressive in there. I don't think I ended up using it even once. So yeah, a pretty sweaty base. I guess not efficiently built, not well wired. Yeah, but I actually had a lot of fun in this base. I really like traveling with the car and have the storage on there. So yeah, all in all, I'm pretty happy. You would have seen I started connecting the sensors for the TC and all that too, and I wanted to do the day-night cycles with the lights. Eventually got a bit bored. This was connected over there, and I wanted to do like the auto smelter to create my med kits in there. Once I didn't want to do it, I just kind of ran out of time doing it, and there was much time to play as I wanted to. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'd love for you guys to share your bases, just to see how it goes. And I mean, this, I know most people build sort of meta bases, but this suits my game style. You know, I don't build a base for max efficiency or for raid cost or maximum protection. I mean, I build it to have a fun time playing and have everything in a nice place. And you know, it might not be the strongest base, but you sure are can spend a lot to raid it, because all of my loot, although it seems very centralized right now, because I mean, it's the end of the day, but typically, you know, before I log off, all of my loot gets split up into the various boxes. You know, some in the garage, some in the sort of spawn rooms and the upstairs bedrooms, and you know, some in the garage. So at the end of the day, you get some, but it's going to cost a lot to take everything from here. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Got a little warning from the admins. I thought I'd get away with taking out the turret of a decaying base with a compound, and 24 hours later got my warning. So lesson learned there. That won't be happening again. But I mean, it's been decaying for 4 days, so I got up with a ladder and lost an AK kit up there to the turret, and then decided I'm not losing my AK kit. So yeah, that pretty much is it. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to see your guys' bases, especially, you know, the kind that's not just meta, that you kind of just build to have a real good time in, and that's how I prefer to build. But yeah, it's a great server. Thanks very much. I only discovered it about 2 wipes ago. Yeah, really having fun. I'll try and do a bit more PvP. I'm actually quite terrible on that. And then all the best for the next wipe. See you guys out there.